Hey, hello. It is the Go Birds podcast. Elliot Shore Parks, James Seltzer with you. Day 4 of free agency. I guess day 2/day 4.
I think day 4. I feel like Monday's the first
I think
day.
Monday counts. Like enough of this nonsense,
So
right?
I've been thinking about the max.
It's all official and legal now, though.
Yes,
So the league
exactly.
year has started. Thank the Lord. We're all excited.
So the Max Crosby, like, not from an Eagles perspective, but just the kerfuffle around it, right? Like
Great
that,
use of kerfuffle.
It's a good word when you can
It's a
use it.
very good word. It's a funny looking word, too, when you write it out.
You know what the funniest looking word is? 12th. Like the way people spell it with an F.
Okay, so 12th is a little funny looking, but it's not
For
nearly
sure.
as funny looking as kerfuffle.
Agree, but
Kerfuffle
12 looks like
just the word fuffle alone is so ridiculous that you add a cur to it.
I agree, but I think the 12th with the F looks like a child decided to spell it.
It looks silly. I agree.
It should be
the
like
F looks
a
ridiculous.
LVE situation.
I don't
going
disagree.
on. Yeah, the F is just,
it looks silly.
As a society, we can do better than that.
Okay, I don't hate that.
But the Max Crosby thing, I feel like there's been a lot of, and I was initially on this train.
Speaking of spelling, like 1X, buddy. Come on.
Agree with that.
I mean, what are we doing here?
Agree with that too.
Yeah,
I feel like parents
do better.
help them out.
Yeah.
In life.
Yeah.
Is it short for something?
I don't know,
They
but
can't.
Maximilian is only 1X. Like,
Maximus.
it's 1X. I mean, usually.
Yeah. I wonder if. Well, I was gonna say if legally it's 2 X's, but he probably
Do you
just
think
picks.
his parents were really into porn and wanted to
I
go
was
3
gonna- so it does-
X's?
yeah.
That's what it makes me
it
think
has
of every
a
time. I know
vibe of,
every time I
like-
see it, I think porn. Even though
of,
it's
like,
not
no
the 3rd
good.
X, it feels like it's heading there.
Yeah.
It's
His
like-
full name is just Max with 2 X's.
That's weird. Like that's a
But I
weird
wonder if that's
decision.
what's on his birth certificate.
That's
or
according
if
to
like
Duggar.
since he's become a public figure, he's decided
Possible.
to do the 2 X's.
Possible.
It feels like a brand situation.
I just feel like it's a
not
mistake, a big mistake by him.
Yeah.
He's Serbian. I don't know if that does anything. for
That
you.
could have
That's
something to do with it.
surprising,
I
too.
did not know he was Serbian.
Yeah.
Like literally from Serbia or of Serbian descent.
I'd be surprised.
His mom is from Serbia.
Okay,
so he was born in
a
America.
little
He
bit.
was born in Michigan.
Yeah.
Went to high school in Texas.
He seems very pro-American.
Yes.
Get that vibe from his Instagram.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
you've been
Yeah.
perusing the
Yeah,
Instagram.
he seems to be pro flag.
Okay. Good.
What I was gonna say is the whole thing with the Ravens backing out of the deal. By the way, great spin. Honestly, sometimes I just enjoy hearing the excuses and picturing people coming up with the meetings.
Like the room and the hey, how about this one? Well,
yeah, here's
hold on.
what exactly. We'll say
Whoa,
this.
Whoa,
yeah,
that's pretty good, right? Yeah.
So-
I think about that a lot, like when I'm watching TV shows or movies
Yeah.
or whatever, and I'll be like, the person who came up with that line in the room, like how
What a
does that
moment it must have
happen?
been.
Yeah.
So I feel that way with press conferences.
Okay, sure.
So the Ravens GM, Eric DeCosta, comes out and says, we were going to sign Trey Hendrickson and Max Crosby. And it's like, well, what can you say to that? Like, it's good spin. It is. Like, we
were gonna just dominate the defense.
Yeah, we're just going to sign them
position
both.
us.
But I feel like at first I was of the mindset of they're going to change legal tampering because of this.
Yeah.
Because but really, you can back out of a trade at any time.
Yeah, that's what I'm
for
saying. I don't
the-
think it really like
for the physical
It's just
part
that it
of it.
happened during the free agency tampering period.
Yeah.
People kept saying that.
They
It had
could have
nothing to
done
do-
it 2 days
It's a
in.
trade. It's not
Yeah.
free agency. Like
Agreed.
any trade, they have the medicals,
Physical, yeah.
and they could fail someone. So
And-
I think it has nothing to do with free agency.
And while I am a gullible, believable person,
yes, you are
I am
among the
big
most.
time.
Among the most.
Not many more than me.
Yes.
I do think there's a chance that they saw the physical and we're like, well,
Of course, there's
Yeah.
a chance. I also think there's a chance that
For sure.
Yeah, I think both are.
and by
possible.
the way, as messed up as it is, and this is another thing that I am, is like, I would be this is the reason I'm not a billionaire. A lot of reasons, because I'm not cutthroat, right? So I would be like, well, we already agreed to the trade, but I can see a world where the Ravens GM goes, whoa, like, actually, never mind. Like, we could sign Trey Hendrickson. We could keep our 2 first-round
Of
picks.
course, yeah.
And while it is messed up,
yeah, it is messed
It is
up.
a billion-dollar business where he's getting paid
Look,
millions of dollars.
We would want our team to do it, right? Like
Yes,
if,
if they were hesitant, they felt it was
Yes.
better, you would want them to do it. You
Now,
don't go through it just because.
I do think that it does the precedent setting. If it is, they just wanted to sign Trey Hendrickson and
Yeah.
they failed him, even though they wouldn't normally fail him. Like that's obviously a real problem, and there should be repercussions if that's the case. And I think that's hard to prove.
Yeah,
in a-
it's so tough.
I don't know
to
how
prove,
you
'cause
prove
it's not
it.
like you have
like you'd almost have to have
objective
you'd have to have emails or some sort of like tangible proof with them, like talking about, hey, do we really want to do this or whatever?
Right.
You know what I mean? And what are the odds?
Well, what
that's
you
gonna go
really
on?
would have to do is when the trade negotiations start, the first thing you do is look at the.
But
physical.
here's the thing too. Like if you're Max Crosby, right? And if it is, supposing that he should not have failed his physical or it's, a BS fail
Right,
or whatever,
right.
like what recourse do you have? This could have cost you it could cost you millions.
Yeah.
Millions
So
of
there was
dollars.
the report.
It could force you to stay in Vegas. There's so many, like for Max Crosby himself, like that, if it were, and again, I don't know how you prove it, but it could be a hornet's nest if Max Crosby wanted to take some sort of legal recourse or whatever.
Now, there was a Diana Rossini report that he was going to sign a contract. Max Crosby's agent responded to that on Twitter and said that wasn't true.
That's fascinating. You very rarely see agents respond to
I think
reporters.
Diana's awesome, but I don't know why he would say it's not true.
The agent would not come out and say it's not true.
Yeah. So maybe to your point, I agree. Like this probably will cost him money. It doesn't seem it costs him money right away. But I think what it does, and this is where you tie the Eagles in, is
probably lowers his price.
Well, but I also think if the Eagles trade for Max Crosby now, and I don't think they will, but let's say they do. And week 1, he's not ready. Week 3, he's inactive. Week 7, he doesn't look like.
Oh yeah,
it adds a perception of you took a big risk here.
It changes the math essentially for a team trading for him because you have added a level of
public scrutiny.
Yes, You're taking a risk publicly that you wouldn't have before.
Whereas I think a week ago, if they traded for Max Crosby, we all would have been like, yeah, he's coming off a knee injury, but obviously they feel confident if they acquired him, and they still would if they did it. But when the Ravens turn it down, and the Ravens are a good organization, we're not talking about some clown move by like the Browns or the Jags or whatever. I think it adds a level of scrutiny. So it does impact my desire to trade for him. I would do it too. And even then I wouldn't feel great. So I wouldn't feel excited about it.
Again, and it's all dependent. The Eagles would not make the trade unless they look at the medicals and say, we're okay with this or whatever.
Now they're willing to take chances.
If they are okay with the medicals, I would give up a one.
Yeah. Because like, you think of the two.
And it almost just feels like if they're okay with the medicals, this almost feels like an opportunity to get a distressed asset
Howie.
That, someone would have given up 2 ones for a week ago, theoretically, And
I was thinking yesterday, it's got to feel cool for Howie to be the guy that everyone thinks of immediately.
It's a Howie situation.
Exactly. Like, all right, the best GM in the league's about to come in and make this happen. Like that was everyone's instant reaction, national and local. But you think about the Eagles' willingness to take chances on injuries, and remind me if I'm forgetting any here. But Nakobe Dean, Jahad Campbell,
Nolan Smith.
Yeah, I don't remember
that. He fell to the first round. He was injured.
True.
He had that pectoral thing.
Okay, Nolan Smith, Landon Dickerson.
Yep.
Sidney Jones. I know that's throwing back.
No, but
it
was.
So you look at those 5. Sidney obviously didn't work out.
Landon clearly worked out.
To
a point. I still think it worked out.
I agree it worked out.
It's already a win, but
his career could be much shorter than expected. Nolan has been, it's tough to tell with his rookie year, but in the 2 years he's supposed to play, he has missed time. And then Nakobe. Did I say Nakobe? Yeah. Then what's the 5? Nakobe, Sidney Jones, Nolan Smith, Landon Dickerson, and Jahad Campbell.
Yep.
And that's
which is coming back to
made me think of
the Vic Fangio thing.
Right. So
for those who might have missed that, because that did happen like late last night. Vic Fangio was at a dinner for Dick Vermeil. John Clark caught up with him, and Vic just let it slip. That he's like, well, Jahad's hurt right now. He's going to miss the offseason.
Yeah. Now the way
it was like, what?
Yeah.
Buddy?
The way he phrased
the
it.
Eagles were probably not psyched, by the way.
You know who else is probably not psyched? And I'm okay with it, even though I probably shouldn't be. Like, the beat writers have wanted the coordinators to talk.
Yeah,
and
you're right.
Not talked.
No,
you're
right.
Now Vic just talks last night.
That's a really good point.
And just like, we wanted Jalen Phillips. Like, here's our plan at whatever, right? So I agree the Eagles weren't happy, but also from a very niche audience.
I'm sure the beat writers were very.
Yeah, it'd be like if Sean Mannion talked all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But
I can only imagine.
I know they'd be livid. The Jahad thing, though.
Sean, don't go to any awards dinners for people and talk to John.
I don't know if he's getting invited. I mean, maybe it now is. Yeah. Jahad seems like he'll be ready for training camp. Is the vibe?
That's what
Vic said. Yeah, but the shoulder thing's concerning. Like for a line, I mean, I know shoulders are important in every. Well,
especially because it was
life.
In the draft too. This is
exactly.
not new.
So,
he had the shoulders and the knee.
What's weird is he didn't miss time last year.
I know. It's strange.
So it must have just been
a lingering
wear
thing.
and tear, which is not great. Especially when he's going to be playing, in theory, way more snaps.
And again, he is super young.
Yeah, exactly. So that's not great. So you look at the Eagles' history of taking
chances. Hit or miss. Yeah.
And it's
probably more miss.
Probably
than
more
hit.
Miss. I mean, because Sidney is a clear miss. Now I know that's far
big time
away.
miss.
Yeah, clear miss. N'Kobe did miss a lot of time.
I think N'Kobe's more of a hit than a miss, like Landon. I think they're both hits, but they're hits with asterisks.
So I think N'Kobe's a hit because he helped them win a Super Bowl.
That's my point. Same with Landon.
But he also played basically half the 4 years and he's gone.
And Landon stayed healthy until last year, and he even played last year. But Landon has been mostly healthy, but now it's the retirement.
And even with Landon, I think there's this assumption, and I think it's probably true. Like, it would surprise me if he's playing in 4 years, but it could also be he pushes through this year
and then
it's just as fine, right? Like maybe
we've seen that before.
I mean, they're doing this.
Jalen Phillips retired from when he was 19, and then came back. So like this stuff happens where guys kind of feel their bodies feeling a certain way. And then they get it to a certain point, they play again, they feel better than they expect, and they move forward,
Yeah. So I do think the Eagles would take a bit of a medical chance on Crosby, but it's tough when you're talking about trading a pick and committing the cash to it. Like, it's not just taking a second round pick is a major asset. Like when you're using Landon or Sidney or the last pick of the first round on Nolan, or, one of the last picks of the first round on Jihad, that is still an asset. But when you add a huge amount of cash to it, in what you're paying Max Crosby, like it adds to it. So I think they would try to be in the Max Crosby market. Now, he tweeted that he's staying with the Raiders.
That I don't buy that for.
I almost kind of
one second. What else is he supposed to do if he wants to get traded?
Don't say anything.
He's got to create some leverage. He's helping the Raiders create leverage. Of course he's going to do that.
I wondered too, though.
It also shows he's a good guy. He's ready to play. Like he wants to win. Like I'm here to whatever, like I don't think that him being like, I'm holding out. Like, I think if he wants to get traded, this is the smartest thing for him to do.
Yeah. I also think it could be once you're traded once and it falls through, maybe you're like, I'm not going back down that avenue. Like, I like it in Vegas in theory. Like, he lives there. Maybe he's like, I'm good just staying.
Maybe. But I think that's unlikely.
Yeah. But he is hurt. So maybe he does want to. Maybe it's like a training camp thing.
Well, we talk so much about the AJ post-June first thing. Maybe it is more of a June, July thing where you kind of wait till he's healthy and will pass the physical for sure.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
So I want to piece together some tea leaves for you about Goedert and AJ and tell me if you agree.
Yeah. So again, this might be something people miss with the Goedert thing. Yeah. Explain the situation with the Goedert extension that was just announced.
Yeah. So with any salary cap stuff, I think it's worth noting, like, we don't have all the details, right? But in theory, Goedert's contract made him a free agent this year because of void years. So essentially his contract does not end, it voids, right? Which is a bit of a difference. And the reason it's a difference is if Goedert signs with another team and the contract voids, the Eagles have $20.5 million of dead cap on their cap this year for Goedert, right? But if they re-sign him prior to the contract voiding, they could make that hit lower because you're renegotiating, right? So the contract was set to void. I think it was
the 11th, I believe.
It was midnight at Tuesday. Like, so going into the new league year,
I believe it was the 10th into the 11th.
Yeah, exactly. He was going to be a free agent at the start of the new league year. It was going to void. And this, according to Zach Berman of The Athletic, they pushed the date back to Friday. So now he is technically not a free agent yet, even though, I mean, he's talking to other teams, I'm sure. He is not a free agent until Friday. If something doesn't happen by Friday, unless they push it back again,
the $20.5 million would
happen. So they have an incentive to get the deal done by Friday, as does Goedert, as the market continues to dry up with tight end signing. So,
by the way, speaking of, like, there are a lot of tight ends on the market who can like catch the football, like
Njoku.
Forgetting even Njoku's the biggest name. I'm talking like even guys like Darren Waller and, Will Dissly. And like, there are guys who are like, maybe slightly below Goedert, but like not that far off from Goedert as a pass catcher that could like steal his market.
I'm a bit surprised Goedert seems from the outside looking in to have had a tough market here. Like, I think Goedert is a really good player.
He is, but I think it's because there's so many of these pass catching tight ends out there. And
he's a really good pass catching tight end.
He is, but so Darren Waller's freaking awesome. Like, if the guy can stay on the field, Darren Waller's a better receiver than Goedert. He just is a much worse blocker. But Darren Waller, when he's out there, he's a freaking animal.
Am I thinking of the correct Darren Waller?
Darren Waller's the guy
put out a rap song and like.
I think he might. I don't know. Darren was on the Giants
for like 2 years.
Yeah, I thought he like retired. Yeah, I would.
He had all kind of drug issues. I'm just saying. Like, I'm just talking from a ability as a receiver. Like, Darren Waller is as good a receiver as Dallas Goedert is. Like, Will Dissly is like a little bit down, but Will Dissly's a good receiving tight end, and he can block too. So like, I think that's part of it, and also I think that we saw last year with him kind of flirting with the leaving, and then they did the thing. And I don't think Dallas Goedert is as valued by the league as
Clearly.
we think he is.
I mean,
you know?
that clearly seems to be the case. I'm just surprised by it.
So here's my question. Do you take this?
Well, do you want me to finish piecing it
Sure.
together? Sure. Okay. So just to finish. So on Friday, in theory, they have a incentive to get the deal done by Friday. We also know from other reporting that the Eagles have told some of their own free agents that the AJ Brown thing is holding things up, right? Like they're figuring that out. Now, I don't think there's any free agent left of theirs that is going to make more money than Goedert. Remind me if I'm forgetting somebody, but I don't think so, right? So Goedert is the main money guy, and he's not getting, 30
like $5-6 million,
whatever.
maybe,
but regardless, I wonder if the imposed deadline of Friday implies that this AJ thing is going to be solved by Friday.
That's very interesting.
Because if Goedert expires Friday at midnight, and in theory, the AJ thing is holding up the Goedert deal, then maybe the Eagles internally are saying, give us 2 more days to figure this out.
That's
so
fascinating.
It's just tea leaf reading.
I would say one way or the other, I think this extension makes it far more likely that Dallas Goedert will be on the Eagles next season.
Wouldn't do it
I would be surprised if he's not re-signed at this point. Would you agree with that?
I would agree with that.
So here's my question off of that. And I think the AJ thing is really fascinating. Regardless of it, let's just assume that they re-signed Dallas Goedert. However, and we assume AJ's not going to be on the team at the end of the day, but likely. Is it possible they do something where they go for like Goedert and Njoku?
Yeah.
And like kind of go like the Rams ran 3 tight ends a lot. Like, is it possible they're kind of like, let's kind of Devontae and some tight ends who can catch the football, and we'll add another receiver and kind of go that route?
Yeah, I do. Cause a couple of things on that. One, I just don't think they can run back a tight end room of Goedert,
Calcaterra, the top 2,
and Johnny Munt. Now they could draft a rookie,
sure,
and that might change things. And maybe they would play Munt over Calcaterra. It's possible.
I think Munt probably will play more than. I think the concept would be that Munt's going to be on the field a lot, but he's just not going to touch the football.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Agreed. Now I just think it would be a tough PR look to bring back.
I totally agree with you.
Especially after the talk of changing the room and how he needs to do a better job of finding better skill sets, and you're bringing back 2 of the 3 main guys.
Doubt.
Now, if they draft Sadiq in the first round or whatever, then maybe people view it differently.
I like that kid, but he's Oregon, right? Sadiq.
Yeah, I'm torn on him. I got to watch more of him.
I got to watch more too, but what I saw a little bit. I like him.
I think I'm more of an Eli Stovers from Vanderbilt guy. He's taller, he's longer.
I have not. This is like 3 seconds of what I've seen. Yeah.
Me too. I need to start doing it. But my initial thought on Sadiq
Stovers over Sadiq.
Not yet. Okay. That's my initial thought.
Love it.
So in terms of bringing in both, I think it would make sense, right? Like especially if you're trading AJ. Well,
that was part of what I was implying.
Njoku is somebody you could split out wide. Now, in terms of the Njoku thing, obviously, I thought they had a ton of interest, and I still think they do. But apparently he's taking a visit to Denver. So we'll see. Which
he should. I mean, he should try and create leverage
makes me
for
wonder
himself.
if there's medicals.
It could also be that he's trying to create leverage for himself.
Maybe. Maybe the Eagles.
Hey, the Broncos want me too.
Right. And maybe that's part of the reason Goddard's pushed back 2 days too. Maybe it
could be that too.
Njoku, right? So, but I think it would make sense to bring them both. Now, the question is, would Njoku and Goedert want to sign up for that? Like if Goedert hears Njoku is signing, or if Njoku hears Goddard signing, I wonder if each of them are like nothing personal, but I want to be the clear-cut tight end 1, and they wouldn't be. So there's that. But yeah, so it's interesting. I'm just surprised they have not made a bigger move at tight end, because it felt like that was a position they were really priority emphasize. Yeah.
No, it's fascinating. It's look, they haven't really made big moves, like Tariq
Woolen's a big one.
Yeah, let's talk about
going with Reek or Tariq.
I think we have to go with Reek. So he goes by Reek.
I think he's going to talk soon, and
he'll get asked.
Yeah, but it's weird because a lot of his websites call him Tariq, but then Pro Football Reference has him as Reek.
Yeah, and he apparently likes to go by Reek.
I don't know. I'm fine with Reek.
I mean, Reek's good.
Reek's good.
It's because it's R-I-Q. If it were R-E-E-K, it'd be a disaster.
Does have the
Game of Thrones. Yeah,
thing.
It's tough.
I don't know if that's a wide enough reference.
It's a horrible reference.
Kobe,
you don't want to be Reek, but it is spelled differently. That is R-E-E-K, so it's a little different. I think Reek Woolen is cool.
You know what I'm surprised with Tariq Woolen or Reek Woolen? Nobody, and correct me if I'm wrong, I have not heard the name Byron Maxwell brought up a single time.
Oh, so but it wasn't specific to Joe was talking about all the corners how he has prioritized corner during his time and went through all like the failed.
No, wasn't that Byron Maxwell? Or am I wrong?
It was the beginning of it was
so how he was
involved.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I think I could
No,
be
that
wrong.
was 2015.
yeah,
it
I thought that was
15?
2015. I thought that was DeMarco, Byron Maxwell,
Might have been.
Kiko, and all them. So it's just crazy because it's literally the same thing. Like it's a Seattle corner that they don't want to resign.
It's a little.
I don't even
different.
think Byron Maxwell was cornerback one there. Was he?
Yeah, no,
Wasn't
but
he
it's different. I think it's different in the sense that like it's not the same profile. Like,
well, it's not the same person.
well,
but-
I mean, the fact that like this is such a boomer bust. Like it's such a clear like we had Ross Tucker on yesterday. He said he thinks he might be the most physically gifted cornerback ever.
Yeah, so let me give
in the history
some
of the
thoughts
NFL. He
on
said he's
this.
certainly the most physically gifted one in the NFL right now, one of the 5 or 10 most physically gifted players in the sport. And look, when you look at his spider chart,
Agreed.
I buy it. Like his spider chart is insane.
I guarantee you when I see him later today, I will think that guy's huge.
Yeah. So but the flip side obviously was benched twice. I mean,
Right.
the NFC Championship game, Ross was talking about. He was on the sideline right next to. He's like, it is one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He's like his own teammates were like freaking out on him.
I
So
love,
it is as boomer bust as it gets.
I love, and I mean this genuinely, people's and fans' ability to spin a negative into a positive once he's on their team.
Who's making that a positive?
Well, because I see a lot of like, this is the attitude the Eagles
No,
need.
I think it's horrible. No, Ross,
I agree. I don't.
Ross
think
was saying the both ends. He's like, on the one end, you got this.
Yeah, I know
on the
Ross
other end,
wasn't.
You got the dumbest thing I've ever seen a
Yeah.
player do, and he is a problem.
Well, what's interesting too
like
is
I don't think anyone can spin the
right.
the
He might be a
knucklehead
good guy,
stuff.
but the
He might
knucklehead
be a good guy,
yeah.
but on the field as a player, he's a freaking knucklehead.
I've also heard a lot of like big. This is what Big Dom's for. This is not what Big
No,
Dom
Big
is
Dom is for
Big
like
Dom
off
is
the
for,
field
like he's getting
stuff.
speeding tickets
Yes,
and stuff, right?
exactly.
Like, making sure he's on the field.
This is what Nick and Vic are for.
Well, yeah, and more Nick.
Yeah,
but Vic too,
both
for sure.
It's
yeah.
both, but yeah.
I'm not trying to be a hater on the signing because I genuinely do like it. I genuinely would have made it if I was Howie. But if I hear any more about this, like athleticism, he has been athletic for 4 years.
Oh, sure.
Like this is not a new skill of his, right? He has been arguably, according to Ross, the most athletic corner in the league for 4 years. And the Seahawks flat out moved on from him.
Sure.
Now, that doesn't mean the Seahawks got it right. It doesn't, but they've been around him for 4 years and they let him walk.
Well, yeah, but they let him walk because the other stuff, not because the athletic. I think they're mutually
Agreed.
exclusive.
Yeah.
He is
I'm saying
this
the
athlete.
athleticism was not enough.
Of course.
Seattle
Well,
to
that's
make
the
him a
point. That's why it's
successful-
boomer bust. But the athlete
Right.
is what it is. Like he is that great.
He
an
is.
athlete.
He's a great athlete.
Like
no question about it.
So, but obviously he was in Seattle, and not just Seattle, the league. He got a 1-year deal. This
Yeah.
guy's profile. He
Now
should
it's
be getting
an expensive 1-year deal.
He should be
for what
getting
it's worth.
$100 million.
Agreed.
Tariq Woolen's skill set and ability, that dude should get $100 million on the open market. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or $80 million on the open market. So I think the fact that the fact that he got the 1 year that he did is because he is so physically gifted and talented.
Yeah.
Look, I'm with you in the general thing, like you said, in the sense that I would have made this deal. It's a CB2. I think it's worth the upside. You've said, like, look, if it doesn't work out, they'll just throw someone else in there and you move forward. Like
Yeah.
it's a 1-year deal. Point
Now,
being,
it is an expensive 1 year.
It is. But the point being, you're not committing this guy long term. You're not saying
Agreed.
you're taking a shot, and you're also look. I know that he was playing for money. Last year was a contract year, so you can't just say, "Oh, it's a contract year."
Change of scenery.
But I do think, and not just that. I think the idea of like this is the first time this guy got to go out on the market,
Yeah.
and he learned that no one will give him
In
what
theory,
he wants.
he did not enjoy his free
Right.
agency.
Maybe
Yeah.
he got a 2-year offer, a 3-year offer that wasn't what he
Wasn't-
wanted,
yeah,
and he's like, "I'll
exactly.
take it." The point is, he signed this deal to bet on himself for a year, whether or not he will
Yeah.
get it right or not. Like it is a more clear contract year, motivation year, I would think, for him
Yeah.
now after this experience.
Agreed. 100%. And I do think he's walking into a good culture.
He
I
is into a great situation. Like this
Yeah.
dude has a chance with a 1-year performance
to make a ton of money.
to make a ton of money.
Yeah. And like, I think Nick has shown, and all the coaches, like they mostly get the best out of players, like mostly, right?
I totally agree.
Especially rookies. They've done a really good job developing. And he is CB3. Like he's not
You're
even
right.
really
That's a good way to put
CB2.
it. No, you're right.
I mean, he's like Cooper will cover people in the slot. Like a lot of the great receivers go into the slot now. So Cooper will be covering the great receivers a lot. Quinya will obviously be covering the great receivers a lot. There will be times where he lines up across from like George Pickens and, you know, whatever other duo you want to think
Sure.
of, right? Like there will be times where he covers those guys, but I think he's more suited to do it than Adoree is. I think Adoree is more of like a good zone corner, right?
I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt.
No.
Tucker, I asked Tucker time to know how long we've been on,
Oh, yeah.
and he sent me the 10:24. I was like, come on, dude. Like, I was like, how long have you been going? He goes, I said,
just being a little
no,
cheeky
I
over
just
here,
read
no big
time
deal.
question mark and he wrote 10:24. So that's why
Yeah.
Elliot was reacting. If you're not watching the video, which right on, like I just looked at Tucker with like a deadpan, like what the hell, dude? And
It was
Elliot's
a
like, what
joke by him.
what is going on right
Yeah.
now? So sorry to interrupt.
No. I was wrapping up anyway. Like, I think that ultimately they paid him a lot of money for 1 year. I'd be surprised if he's back in 2027. And I think there's a lot of discussion with him. I agree he is boom or bust. I agree with that. But I think the most likely outcome is he just will be exactly what he's been his whole career, which is an above average corner that's awesome some weeks, that's bad other weeks.
He's going to have like 5 moments of the course where we want to strangle him.
There'll be hope. And you just have to hope that the positive moments of interceptions, like big pass deflections with his long arms, outweigh what are going to be bad moments. He will miss tackles.
He will taunt someone.
Penalties. Yeah, there will be bad moments. But I think
the tackling thing, by the way, that seems to be the thing. We haven't talked enough about. We've talked about an athlete. We talked he's a knucklehead. It does seem he is one of the worst tacklers in the league.
He also, this is important too. He checks every box of a player Vic would be absolutely.
It's so surprising. You brought this up.
By.
It's such a good point. It does not. You said this many times on the Birdstown Hall yesterday. I think it was a great point. It does feel a lot more like a Howie signing than a Vic
and I
signing.
get that maybe Vic can look at him and go, "I'll get the best out of him," but Vic. And again, who knows?
Vic could also look at him and be like, I'm going to strangle this guy.
Vic could also look at him and go,
crazy.
I'm going to be here 1 more year. Why do I care if Tariq Woolen develop it and then sign somewhere else?
Like, be like, I'm not dealing with
exactly.
This. Yeah.
So
I would understand that, you know?
There is a world where he is awesome. There is a world where he is benched by week 4.
Yeah, you just got to hope. And I agree with you. I think by far the most likely outcome is when a person shows you they are, believe
he's just
them.
exactly that guy.
But
which is good.
But
which is good enough.
The upside is thrilling to think about, because if he can, and again, I don't think it'll be this, but if he can say, all right, if I can buy in for 1 year, I can make $100 million and really buys in, like cue him and Cooper. If he buys in and plays, it will be the best cornerback group in the history of the franchise easily. And it's like one of the better
trios
ever. Like if he plays up to his potential,
Agreed.
it could go down as one of the great quarterback trios in the history of the sport.
One last thought
from a
on
talent
this.
and production perspective.
Agreed. One last thought on this. This is looking way forward, but I've said I don't think he'll resign because they have to pick Quinyon and Cooper next offseason, and it's unlikely.
I would bet so much he doesn't resign.
But here's an interesting question, something to marinate and think about for everybody.
Love a good marinate.
Let's say Tariq Woolen is unbelievable this year. Like he finally buys clicks.
In and
you're like, he's got 6'4", blah, 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 blah. Obviously they're paying Quinyon, right? Barring like, you know, him tearing both
They're paying
knees.
Quinyon.
Yes.
Cooper?
Do you think Cooper versus Woolen becomes a discussion? Because he plays on the outside.
I don't, but
I don't either.
You present it's interesting.
I just think there's no shot they ever let Quinyon or Cooper leave the building.
I don't either.
The pride
I think they
feel,
will be life Eagles.
Agreed.
For them picked together.
Yes.
Like it's like a duo. We think of them together. Yeah. I think.
But
it's
objectively, Woolen versus Cooper is kind of interesting.
It is. All right. I want to get to wrapping up the AJ Brown thing for the week, because I didn't follow up enough on that kind of hypothetically, but I want to see how real that is. And then you've done some work for us. But Elliot, we are in the heart of the pro football offseason right now, and everyone's focused on the Birds roster. We are their window, getting back to the big game, the whole thing. But let's talk about actual windows in your house, the actual tangible windows that you can see and touch. If your seals are blown and the insulation shot, your AC is going to be gassed by halftime once the Philly Heat hits. You can't win with a leaky defense. You definitely can't win with windows that let your money fly right out the house.
It really is a great way to think about it.
It's so clever.
Yeah, it's a great, like, we're talking about good
big
lines.
On analogies
we're
on the
talking
show.
about good lines coming up with it. Like,
Good
it
work.
really is money flying out. You can't even see it flying out. But this is why you have to put Window Nation on the roster. These guys are like an elite offensive line, and we know the football team need an offensive line. They get in, they protect the home, and they do it fast. We're talking 1-day installation for most homes with, this sounds awesome, 0 disruption. It's impressive.
That is impressive, and I love that about it. And with over 1,500 styles, Elliot, that's a lot of styles.
Yeah.
You're getting that custom superstar look for your home's curb appeal. And unlike those player contracts that are only half guaranteed, sometimes less than that, Window Nation's work is backed by a lifetime warranty that's fully guaranteed. You're protected for the long Hall.
And best of all, they're running the Buy More, Save More event for March. So you can save up to 50% for all window styles. It's the kind of team-friendly deal that lets you upgrade the whole house without blowing your budget. You can get started with $0 down and payments as low as $199 a month. So head over to windownation.com today to schedule your fast free consultation. That's windownation.com.
Okay. The AJ thing, back to that before we get to some of the effort and work you put in for the pod, because that's what you do. Interesting theory about could the AJ thing go to Friday to extend the window, and they've told it. What is as we sit here on Thursday, March 12th, where the whole thing is, if you had to bet right now, and you can change your mind, obviously, moving forward, but as of this moment, how does the AJ thing play out?
I think he's definitely getting traded.
No. When? Yeah. I'm talking when. Like, when do you think it's soon? Do you think it's a draft? Do you think it's post June 1st? Like, how are you seeing this play out? Like, do you believe your own theory about maybe the Goedert thing is Friday? Because
I think there's some. I mean, again, it's tea leaf reading, but I think there's some credence to it. I mean, the Romeo Doubs thing is interesting. The fact that the Patriots still probably want AJ but don't need AJ.
Yeah. Doubs is not a one.
So he's not a one. I agree. But they also
he's a professional receiver.
Booty,
he makes him better.
Demario Douglas. Like, maybe they go with like a no-name trio type of thing. What I think is a little concerning about the AJ and Patriots thing, AJ, Patriots, and the Eagles, is it almost feels like each part of them is like 70% in. Like, the Patriots are like,
I think AJ's 100% in.
Yeah, I think AJ is still probably a little afraid deep down to actually force his way out, because he could land somewhere he might not want to be. But regardless, I think the Eagles are probably like looking at the Patriots and going like, no, we definitely want to keep AJ. And the Patriots are like, no, we really, really want you. But like, nobody is actually going all in,
right. Where
the Patriots are not going, no. This is a top 5 wide receiver in his prime. We are trading for him, right? Mm-hmm. And the Eagles are going like, no. This is a top 5 receiver in his prime. We are not trading you. Both of them just seem like a little lukewarm on the situation, where I think the Eagles probably want to trade AJ a little.
Definitely.
And I wonder if the Patriots truly want to trade a lot for AJ, or if they're like,
could be Mike Vrabel wants him and Wolf doesn't as much.
The tape from last year is probably not good.
Yeah.
So I'm a little worried that like now they're going to be all caught in the middle, and the outcome's going to be bad for everybody. Like, the Eagles are going to be stuck bringing somebody back, and I don't think they will, that like maybe they don't want anymore. AJ is going to feel probably slighted by this whole process from everybody, and like going to come in, and who knows how he handles it. And then the Patriots, I think they probably could use AJ. And if I was a Patriots, I probably would trade the 31st overall pick for him. So I just feels like nobody in this situation is like willing to.
It's going to be who's going to blink first.
Right. You know? Yeah. Now how I think it ends, I just don't think they'll hold on to him till June. I just don't.
So I think the draft. The
draft's a good one. Like,
my new prediction is the draft. I'm going to say the draft, because I agree with you. Holding him till June 1st just seems
absurd. Now, again, you can make the argument if you make it past this.
Why not hold it out and then you get the cap savings or whatever?
Right. But do you really want AJ? Like,
I don't.
Giving a press conference?
No.
I don't know. And
yeah.
Also,
OTAs.
I thought it was noteworthy that the Schefter report yesterday felt like the first time AJ's camp was being like, we want out. Like, Schefter said, I wish I had the exact tweet.
It was basically like he's willing to like.
It was.
Oh, I'm thinking of the Rappaport.
Yeah, you're thinking of the Rappaport.
The Rappaport one was wild too, where it's like AJ's willing to maybe not go to the Patriots. Like, what do you mean? What are we talking about here?
And so I think what clearly happened is AJ has said, I want out and I want to go to the Patriots.
Yep.
Right.
100%.
And that's why I feel though, like there is a world where he would probably say,
will he go to the Raiders?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, I think I'd rather just stay in Philly than go to the Raiders. Right. But the Schefter thing where he said the Eagles don't really want to trade AJ, but AJ, and I shouldn't be paraphrasing here, but it's essentially AJ wants traded. Right. And that's the first time I think we've heard flat out he wants traded. Like, we have heard that the agent's doing things. We have heard AJ has frustrations.
You're right.
We have not really heard, we've heard teams AJ would play for. We have not really heard AJ wants out, even though that's clearly inferred from everything. But you wonder, to your point about June, if this last 2 more days, if AJ's camp puts out there, like via whoever, AJ Brown has demanded a trade and does not want to be with the team, right?
Yeah.
Like, he loved his time as Philly, but he feels it's best for his career. Like, we haven't reached that boiling point. And if yesterday felt like the beginning of the water, like starting to simmer a little, and it's probably coming off the Romeo Dobbs thing.
Yeah, it's going to be fascinating.
AJ's probably sitting there going, if the Eagles and the Patriots would have just both said what they probably said to me privately, this would be done. And I wouldn't have to worry about the Romeo Dobbs thing. So
no, I think that's a really good take on it. Yeah.
Thank you.
So if you had to bet, draft or post year one?
I just don't think he's on the roster.
So draft?
Yeah, like draft.
Or before Friday.
Yeah, exactly.
Soon.
Or like maybe some weird in between time. There's no way they're holding them. I mean, what do you think?
Can't. I the draft is my official prediction now. I'm moving to the draft.
It makes sense. Like someone falls, someo's there at 31.
Makes sense. Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. All right. You did some work for us.
I did. So I actually subscribe to this a little bit, but I think you hear a lot of, it's only the first few days of free agency. And this is, I guarantee you, next time we hear from Howie, he'll say,
team's not full yet.
Yeah,
we're always building.
There's, we view it until the trade deadline.
We're always building. Yeah.
But I also think that allows, probably me included a little bit, to like justify the fact that they're just losing great players and not signing big name players. Now, Tariq Woolen is a big name player. Yeah. But like Johnny,
and it's also us, like when you build the roster that Howie did and you draft as well as you do,
you don't have
5
to
years.
Do it. I agree.
Like you just don't have a choice. It's like he literally could not keep a lot of the guys we wanted him to from a salary cap perspective.
So last year, right, they lost Milton Williams, Josh Sweat, Darius Slay, Isaiah Rodgers, Mekhi Becton, Kenny Gainwell. I'm going to put Britton Covey in here, but I'll circle back as
he came back. So.
Yeah. Well, okay. So, and I think as they lost those guys, everybody went, no, like they have time to replace them. They're a loaded roster, right? Milton Williams, I think they did adequately replace because internal Moro Jomo was good, but worth noting, Ty Robinson, not a great rookie year, and Byron Young really didn't play much.
He was okay though when he played. I like Byron.
But like, so they replaced him for sure. But the Ty Robinson addition
did not go well.
Did not go well. Josh Sweat, the signings, the people that
Jalen Phillips,
Uche, and Ojulari
were misses.
All three, I would say, were misses because
Jalen Phillips wasn't.
But you had to pay a third round to get him.
You get a fourth back. I don't think Jalen Phillips would miss. But the point is that what they did in the offseason
did not work. Correct. Yes. Yeah. Darius Slay, Adoree Jackson, we can debate, right? Like, I don't think that was a hit.
I think Adoree Jackson.
It was a fine hit for the money.
I don't think it was a hit, but the 1 year contract for him for the price, I think he was fine. I don't think it's a miss.
Yeah. I would agree with you on that for what he paid. Isaiah Rodgers, I actually don't blame them as much as maybe I should for that because I think they truly did want him back.
It was a mistake.
I think they got screwed in the last hour. Mekhi Becton, Tyler Steen, the offensive line was a disaster.
Yeah.
Kenny Gainwell.
And we talked about that. We were like, I get it, but you're talking about an offensive line coming up the greatest season we've ever seen, and let's break it up.
Agreed. Kenny Gainwell, they initially tried Will Shipley, then they had to trade for Tank Bigsby. And then I bring Covey up because they initially let Covey walk and they had to go back and get him. So the point I'm making is if you look at all these guys they tried to replace, they actually didn't do a great job replacing most of them. And then you look at the free agents that they signed that were like the second and third tier. A.J. Dillon, Josh Uche, Harrison Bryant, Adoree Jackson, Charlie Hewitt, Patrick Johnson, Avery Williams, Kylan Granson, Azeez Ojulari, and Kendall Lamb, and then Terrace Marshall.
Tough.
It's a lot of names, right? So they went with a lot of like.
Adoree Jackson's the only one, and Hewlett was
fine, I guess, but for what it's worth, he missed half the year, and Jake Elliott sucks. So it's hard for me to say.
I think of that list, Adoree Jackson's the only one you'd say wasn't a miss.
Yeah, and not only were they misses, they were bad misses.
Yeah, but now
Azeez didn't even play.
Now, to be fair, they were bad misses, but they are also like Josh Uche cost $1 million.
But that's the point I'm making.
No, I get it. It's a situation there, but like the point is like you can't you shouldn't expect him to hit on those. It's cool when they do.
So I agree with that. So now let's look at 2024 before my larger point. They brought in Devin White, Oren Burks, Tyler Hall, Paris Campbell,
Saquon Barkley.
Agreed. Right? Will Greer, CJ Uzama.
Bond and Barkley are the two.
Bond and Barkley.
Massive wins.
But the point is they signed them day one.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the post day one.
Correct. While we can sit here and go, free agency's long, like the last 2 years when they have signed effective free agents, they were signed day one. Like they were guys they targeted. Once the market starts to clear up, they've not done a good job.
I think they've done a bad job. But now, to be fair, I think that this is why free agency is the way it is that I'll bet you if you did this list for most teams.
Yes. But I would also bet if you look at the free agents that get signed day one, there's a way higher hit rate.
That's my point. Yeah. Yes, of course. Right. That's my point. I'm saying for every team, the day one hit rate is way higher.
Agreed.
It goes, honestly, day two, it probably goes down by day.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then you look at during camp. Last year in camp, they brought Jacorian Bennett in, Fred Johnson, Sam Howell, and John Mechie. John Mechie and Jacorian Bennett flat out.
Yeah, Fred Johnson was the only one that was
Fred Johnson was a hit, right? Like, and
he's
Sam
a backup
Howell,
lineman who played okay.
Sam Howell, whatever. He literally never played. Now he's on another team.
Meaningless, did nothing.
And then in 2024, they brought in Jahan Dotson. That was a miss, I think. Like, he
Yeah.
played a lot of snaps.
He played well in the Super Bowl and in the playoffs for them, so it's like whatever.
Agreed,
but it's a miss overall. What they gave up to get, it's a miss.
And then they got Mekhi Becton after the draft in 2020.
And that was a win.
That's a hit.
Yep.
So while we can sit here and believe in Howie and say it does make sense that they can keep adding, their track record of adding is actually not good.
And I think just the odds overall of them adding meaningful players now is just much lower.
So while you look at the roster right now,
especially, by the way, this year where it was a bad free agent class to begin with.
Yes.
Even the day 1 and day 2 hits are going to be lower than I think in other years.
Right. So if you look at their ability to add to the roster, I think that while they could definitely hit on draft picks, they clearly have a track record of doing that. They added Quinn Young, Cooper, like guys that could legitimately be very good players for them. They have an opportunity to do that in the draft. But I also think short of like Njoku or like maybe one other guy by Friday, this is kind of the roster.
Yeah.
And so we can say, like, well, they need 2 safeties. I think 2, but maybe only 1 if you say Makuba.
I mean, look, Makuba's going to play.
Right. So they need 1 safety, like physically, to bring in here to play.
To start.
Yeah. They're going to need potentially an AJ replacement. We'll see what happens there. They definitely need a tight end. Yep. We talked about Goddard.
They need backup linemen. In a big way.
In a very big way.
Like Fred Johnson, free agent. Brett Toth,
Did
gone.
Fred Johnson
like,
sign anywhere? I don't think so.
No, but I'm just saying he's a free agent. My point is, like, they don't have guys. Like, they don't even have bodies back
what's
there,
interesting about Fred Johnson? Shout out to a Go Birds goat, Corey from Columbus.
Shout out to Corey.
Fred Johnson posted like 2 days before free agency that he was in the Cowboys facility, and then he deleted it a few hours later.
Whoa!
So I think he might be a Cowboy. Like maybe they're waiting it out now, so it's not apparently very clear there was tampering.
Yeah. What an idiot.
Yeah, but that would be a loss if they lose. So I can get down with the idea that they'll like continue to add and Howie season and all that. There's just not a long track record of once you hit at bargain bin. Once you get to the bargain bin part, it's just way harder to hit. So the draft's going to be crucial for them. And that's the other thing to wrap this up. If they wait to trade AJ, it becomes harder to get AJ to find that replacement. I'm all in on Brian Thomas as the replacement.
I love that trade.
I would trade a
second
round pick in an absolute
I would do it in a second.
I would honestly consider the first.
I
would consider it, man.
I wouldn't.
I think he is awesome.
He's
young.
You got to pay him after this year.
Like if he comes, and I don't think it will cost a first.
The point is, I'm not giving him first. A second, I can get down with. I think you get him for a third, maybe even potentially.
Maybe, yeah. But I think he's like,
because they went out. Is Jacoby Myers signed past this year? Because they went out and got Jacoby Myers. They got Travis Hunter on both sides of the ball. I mean, they got other options.
Guy to hit on,
Parker Washington was good for
exactly. I'd be maybe like a little worried that they're even willing to trade him, but it makes sense for the reasons you're saying. I think him and Marvin Harrison Jr. are like the clear-cut best AJ replacement.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I could talk myself into Drake London if he's available.
I like Drake London.
I don't think
he'll be available.
They might, like, I don't know. They got a bunch of skill guys there, but I think it's unlikely. I think Marvin Harrison and Brian Thomas are like the names they could acquire.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's get to final thoughts.
All right. See, the issue when you go there really quick.
Well, so here's what I could do. I can start with, this is not my final thought. I have 2 Elliott related things for final thoughts. So why don't I start with that? And then you can give your final thought, because it's not my final thought.
Okay.
I have a final thought after this.
Okay.
One will annoy you and one I think you'll like.
All right.
One is shout out to our guy, Glenn, Wisconsin, one of our great callers on Saturdays, one of our great listeners. He let me know, called today to tell me apparently the Extreme Couponing Show is staged. Apparently they let them use coupons that don't work. It's all done for the camera. Apparently what you're watching is heavily
so
staged and created. So I had to let you know.
I'm happy to know.
Yeah.
Now I will say I assumed it was staged somewhat.
But apparently it's like staged in a way where they like fake coupons and it's not really, they're not really getting.
I wonder how that works with paying the store.
I don't know. Maybe the TV
maybe their
company pays for it, or getting on TV, like whatever.
Because I could believe that it's staged and edited in a way where it looks more impressive than it is. But I would have a hard time believing the store would simply give away items. But that maybe is where the show is stepping in and saying, we will pay like the $300.
So that will make you sad. Now this should make you happy. So
also to be clear, I don't really care if it's staged. Like I'll still watch it and be super impressed.
So just to make sure, Small Soldiers, you loved, right? To the point was that
you had my screen name. Okay. I misspelled.
So did you see the news that just came out about Small Soldiers?
I did not.
You have not. Okay, so 30 years after the movie, the creator, the writer, Adam Rifkin, apparently confirmed that the Gorgonites made it back to Gorgon.
So I saw.
Does this make you happy?
Yeah. Well, are those the toys? I haven't seen it in forever. Wow, I don't even remember them. Also, what a weird thing. And for 30 years later, for this guy to be like,
it literally says nearly 30 years later, Small Soldiers.
what's he been doing? With
Co-writer Adam Rifkin confirms the Gorgonites did make it back to Gorgon.
Did he like go on to write other movies, or is this like
people are pretty happy though?
I guess that talk about a niche audience.
Yeah, and
I can just picture like at Comic-Con, this guy stepping up to the stage and being like, they made it. And everyone just goes wild.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually almost rewatched it a few nights ago.
And then you didn't.
Yeah, then I did not. Yeah. All right. So
let's get to final thoughts. Real final thoughts.
I've been watching there's a new Morgan Freeman dinosaur documentary on Netflix.
Yes. Have you seen like the bloopers are going around?
Yeah, those are funny.
I'm
yeah,
Morgan
yeah.
Bleeping Freeman.
I never really
I'm
think
back.
of,
That's great.
I never think of there being bloopers for that because he's just reading.
But of course
it does
there
make
are.
sense. Yeah, exactly. So there was a fact in there that I can accept is probably real, right? But I would just love to know the science behind how they prove this. They said
in Jody
Cameron
Cameron territory.
This is prior to even the dinosaurs being like the dominant species. I guess there was a period where it was just like the reptiles or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But they said
close enough. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Well, yeah, is what they said. I don't know if you guys watched it,
But
but
I just think dinosaurs are reptiles.
I agree with that. But I'm just letting you know they view it as like the reptile era
Yes,
and the
I know.
dinosaur
Yeah.
era. But I agree with you.
Yes.
They are reptiles.
Yes.
But apparently, during this reptile era or like right before it or something, they said there was a part of Earth, I forget where it was, where it did not rain for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you know that the whole Earth was like ice for a while.
But
and then,
here's my thing.
On fire. The whole Earth was fire for a while. Like,
That's
that's
crazy.
yeah.
They do talk about that.
Yeah.
But like, here's what's crazy to me. How could you ever prove it didn't rain for thousands of years? Like, I would just love to know the science because you would have to know when it started.
I don't
to
know
rain
the science
and when
well
it
enough.
ended.
I don't know. There's carbon dating for stuff and all that where they can.
But it's just
time
water.
period.
That's crazy to me. Like, how dry could the Earth have gotten? And then there's millions and millions and millions and millions of years.
I don't know. It's
until the science.
It's a great. I don't know. I'm not. It's a great question.
Right.
I trust that they know.
I do too.
I trust the science here. I believe in science.
Yeah, exactly. We are pro science.
But no, look, there are many things where science thinks it's one thing and it changes after years.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's not.
I'm always blown away by the amount of I don't think most people understand how long dinosaurs were around for. Dude, one of my favorite factoids is that
and how little humans have been around.
humans are closer in time period to when the Tyrannosaurus Rex existed than the Tyrannosaurus Rex is to when the Stegosaurus existed.
For some reason, this isn't hitting home to me.
So the point being, the Stegosaurus is around whatever, millions of years ago. The Stegosaurus goes extinct. Yes, goes extinct.
Interesting.
The amount of time from when there is no more Stegosaurus to when the T-Rex comes is longer than the amount of time from the T-Rex to us. That's crazy.
I believe you.
It's true. It's a fact.
I know.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
It is crazy. So
dinosaurs were around for so long.
Well, I think a crazier way to say it is humans have not been around that. Dinosaurs were around for millions and millions
years.
and
Well,
millions.
I love that. If you look on there's so many different ways that people show these things, but the calendar, it's like
this little part.
It's like we've been around for an hour of, or not even an hour of one day of 1 month of 1 year of a calendar of the history of time, of the world. I mean, so.
It's also So
it's all super fast.
The rain thing is not too dissimilar from them basically saying 50 million years ago it didn't rain on a Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
That's big.
I mean, it's a little they're talking about a long period of
it's just when I heard it I was like, how could you possibly know this?
You probably could have researched.
Yeah, but I wasn't going to do it.
So I didn't either for my final thought.
Yeah.
So my final thought is a question. Well, normally I feel like Tucker knows the answers to my dumb questions like this. So I'm intrigued.
I'd be surprised if he knew the rain answer.
No, I know. That's a deep science. I'm saying
I think a lot of dinosaur stuff is made up.
But so that's what I was going to say. Honest, if we're going to be real here.
Could be. I mean, remember I did the final thought a while ago about history is written by the winners.
Yeah,
exactly, we don't really know what in history is actually right and actually wrong.
Now, at least we know who won.
Sure.
There. But
no, I'm just saying in general.
It's all of a sudden dinosaurs have feathers.
There was no writing.
And I know new evidence presents itself, but for thousands of years we've been no feathers on dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Now
we haven't known about dinosaurs for thousands of years.
Well, whatever.
Yeah. Do you know that George Washington didn't know dinosaurs existed?
Yeah, I remember that actually. said that. That was a final thought of mine.
It was.
Whatever. However long we know about dinosaurs,
Like
which is still a long time.
years, yes. Okay.
Just final thing.
Yeah, please.
Like now all of a sudden they have feathers. It's like, like that's crazy to me. And like No,
I agree. Look, there is science that is yet undiscovered, and there's science where things change and stuff. So it's like,
I know my job. Well, I'm pro science.
Pro science.
I just think it'd be so easy.
Fully pro
Agreed.
science.
Pro science. But like, I think it would be so easy to make something up in the small
scientists-
amount of people
There
that
are
could
other
prove you wrong.
scientists with checks and balances. though.
Agreed. Yes, but it's.
And I think scientists love to prove other scientists wrong too. So
I can't decide if that's hating or helpful.
I think it's helpful. It's the
I think it
whole
is
point.
too. But don't you think like if you spent not thousands, if
If you're
spent
wrong, you're
7
wrong.
years
You're gonna
doing something,
tell the
and
world
this dude's like, all right, here's my next
wrong
study.
information.
My next study is to prove you wrong.
Yeah.
I'd be like, relax, bro.
What
Why
up,
don't you?
bitch?
Why don't you go find your? I feel like that's cursing. Why don't
It's not
you?
cursing.
It is. Why don't you just go find your own thing to study? But I guess it's
Okay.
good we have checks and balances.
So my question will seem a little sillier in context, but I wonder if Tucker knows the answer. Why do dogs' paws smell so good? Especially puppies.
Yeah.
Or like when a dog's sleeping for a while, you smell their paws. It smells like
Agreed.
free. It's amazing.
Agreed.
Why?
Okay.
Why does it's a phenomenon that I have always, because dogs don't smell like that all the time, but they sleep and their paws get this like Frito.
All right. Well, so I have a couple of initial thoughts.
Okay.
One, I wonder if only your dog's paws.
No.
smell good
This is
to
like
you.
everyone.
Well, how many other dogs?
You've never heard this before?
No,
This is
but
like
I'm saying
It's a thing.
no, this is a thing. I'm talking about a thing. This is not just me.
No,
I'm
I
talking
know,
about a
I
thing
know,
that
I know.
everyone talks about.
right. But what I'm saying is, like, how many people have smelt like 30 different sets of dog paws? So, like,
But
I
we've
agree.
all talked about
No,
it.
I know,
We've
but I'm
had, like,
saying the source of the information might be because we all love our own dog's
no.
paws.
It smells different than your dog. This smells. That's what I'm talking about. Your dog's paws have a unique individual smell.
I know. But I feel
And
like you're not getting
apparently-
my point. What I'm saying is,
I
like,
get your point. I just think it's a stupid point. Like, do
right.
you understand what I'm
Okay.
saying?
No.
Like, my point is that many people have talked and agreed that dogs' paws. I smelled other dogs' paws. It's
how
not just
many-
mine.
That's my question. How many dog paws have you smelled that were not
Enough,
your-
like 3 or 4. I don't know.
Okay, isn't that-
But the point is when everyone agrees, like this is not just me, like Tucker, do your dog's paws smell good?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yes, but the point I'm making is that's like saying we all agree our significant others smell good. Of
Okay.
course they
All right.
smell
Forget
good
the
to
good
us.
then. Why do dogs' paws smell differently than the rest of their body? Why do dogs' paws get that little weird smell where it's just the paws that smell that way and it smells different than a
Right.
dog does at any other time? Like,
Well-
so
Well, I think that,
I think it smells good. Most people think it
I
smells
also
good.
think my dog.
Okay, so the point is like I think we all agree. Everyone likes
Yes.
the smell of dogs' paws.
but yes. I'm saying I think there's
My question is why? Why? Because the dog smells like a dog, except when they nap or whatever and they lay for a little bit, all of a sudden their paws
Right.
smell like Fritos or something.
well, it's also
That's my
crazy.
question. It's got to be like pheromones or something like that. But
It's an accumulation of bacteria and yeast.
I knew it was something. But the point is, this I'm not making something up. This is a
No,
factual
again,
thing.
I'm not.
Yes.
I am not debating that you're making it up. I believe that if you asked every single person, do dog paws smell good, they would say yes. I agree with that. I also think it's crazy because they're probably the dirtiest part of the dog. Like they are walking outside.
This is
without
what I'm
shoes.
wondering: is why do dogs' paws smell even different from the rest of their body to begin with? Because
Okay.
it's not like it smells
Well,
like the street.
I think the answer is clear. It's
Well,
because you love them.
No, it's because of bacteria.
I
and
think
yeast.
that's it.
Bro.
I'm
you are
just letting you
completely-
know that's what I think is
You
it.
are completely misunderstanding my point. I'm wondering why
not.
they smell different. Like I think it smells good, but it has nothing to do with the point of what I'm making. Like I could
Do
say,
they smell
why
very
do-
different than the rest
Yes,
of the body?
I can say
Okay.
why do they smell bad, and it's the same question I'm asking. I just think they smell good. My point has nothing to do with it being my dog and caring about my dog. My point is why do they smell different? Like what is it physiologically?
We
And
need to
Tucker
go
answered it.
to. We need.
It has to do with yeast and bacteria or whatever.
Well, but there's no way the reason it smells good is because it's bacteria and yeast. Like
Well,
that.
that's why
yes,
it smells
it
that
is.
way.
What are you talking about? The point is, okay, that's why it smells that way, which was the
Should just
question
do
I
a
was
pod
asking.
with all our dogs.
I just
we'll
decided to
figure
say
it
it
out.
smells good because I think it smells good, and most people agree. But I was wondering why does it smell that way? It has
Right.
nothing to do with it being my dog. It's why does any dog's paws smell different?
But the point I'm making is like if I smell Kristen, like like her face, whatever, right?
But if she has the same perfume on
Yeah,
as 30
you're
other
not-
women,
You're
then
misunderstanding the point. It has
No.
nothing to do with the good and bad. Forget good or bad. Why do they smell that way?
why do they
that's
all
the
smell
question
well,
I'm
I
asking.
agree. Of course, biologically, there's. a
That's
reason
my
they
question.
smell
I'm
that.
wondering why they smell that way. Like it's
Yes.
weird that dogs' feet smell the way they
Well,
do.
it's not weird that dogs' feet smell the way they do.
Yes, it
It's
is.
The weird.
Tucker, how weird is it?
The
that dogs'
weird thing
feet
is
smell
that
the way they
everybody
do?
likes it. That's the weird. part.
Well,
I mean, I do think that's a little
I
odd.
think it's odd
But
that people
everything
like it too, but
smells
that was never
reason-
my point. Like
Right.
you completely
So
misinterpreted.
you're just
what
wondering why dogs.
I'm
feet
wondering why
smell the way
dogs'
they do.
paws smell when Like nothing else in the dog smells like that. And then all of a sudden they could be like running in trash. And then all of a sudden an hour later they're napping and their paws smell good. Like it's just weird, or their paws smell different, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, I think everything smells a certain way for a reason. It's about why we think it's good or bad is what I'm saying.
But that's not my, so
Okay.
you're just completely taking my final thought and going a different direction.
Was your
with it.
final thought not why do dogs' paws smell so good? Or am I wrong?
But I rephrased it
Right,
to
okay.
why do they smell that way?
Okay.
You're taking the good bad. I don't care about the good bad part.
Okay.
I just want to know why they smell different. Like dogs' paws smell one way now, and then they nap for an hour, and then all of a sudden, what's that weird smell on their paws?
Do they clean themselves? Like they probably.
This is what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
It has to do with yeast and bacteria is the point. But the whole thing I was wondering is the why it smells that way, not whether it's good or bad.
Right.
Yes.
Agreed.
I don't think your point is necessarily correct though, because I do think that every dog's paws, if they never smells a certain way, and I think the vast majority of people seem to like that smell.
I think the only way to test this is to go to
I've smelled other dogs'
Groom
paws,
and
though.
Board, which is
Yes,
or
but I've
whatever.
done this. Like my buddy Andrew, I used to stay at his house all the time. He's got a dog Max. I would smell Max's paws.
Just like
But you
smelling
know what I mean?
paws
Like, I think
everywhere you go. Like
but
you
but
come over, it's like
You've definitely
let's
smelled
do
other
it.
dogs before, right? Like,
no, I don't think I've ever smelled a pair of
I don't
dogs'
think you're
feet
as
that
much
were
of a
not my
dog
own
guy as much as I am.
you might, that could be true. I'm just saying, like, what would lead you to smell the paws? Like, it has to be
It's not that
intentional.
you go down and smell it. The smell wafts up. If they're sitting next to you or whatever, like you could just smell it.
I love this
Because it is a different smell. It's a different smell. That's my point. Why is it a different smell?
I can't decide if this is like bordering on perversion or not. Like, it's like,
I think you've completely misunderstood this. I think Tucker got this the whole time.
do you see what I'm saying?
I just think we've gone too far.
I don't
Yeah,
think
like,
anyone sees
It's
what
now
you're
been
saying.
11 minutes of us
Yeah.
talking about dogs'
Yeah,
paws.
you're right. I do want to go nap, so that's a good point.
All right, I'm just.
I just think you were thinking about something different than
well,
I was
because you
asking
said
about.
good to start.
Sure,
Yes.
you took the good and forgetting the action.
But I think it's fine to say the reason they smell good is because we love dogs. Like that's a sweet reason.
the
The reason your dog's paws smell is because you love your dog.
I didn't care about that. That's not the question I was asking. I want to know why they actually smell the way they do.
So that's a scientific question.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
the point.
It's
Tucker
a
got me an
science
answer.
pod.
Tucker
But that-
got me
yeah,
the
exactly.
answer immediately, and we were good.
But that's
then you
like
had to
why
go on the
anything
good bad
smells the
then.
way it does. Like why does my
But
phone smell the way
you
it
don't
does?
think it's weird that a dog smells a certain way and then they like nap for an hour and their paws, just their paws,
Are we
smell
even sure
different?
that's true?
Of course it's different. We all have dogs.
Well, but yeah, but that's like saying like my hands smell different after
It's
I
the
wash
paws.
them.
I don't know why. They don't wash their paws.
No, but
It's
like,
weird.
but like if
It's just weird.
if I walked on the
The whole
sidewalk
thing
like
I'm
a
trying
dog,
to say is it's weird that dogs smell like that when they don't always smell.
agreed.
like
Agreed. And I
Did
know
it.
what you're doing when you get home.
that. Yeah, I can smell Rube's paws.
Yeah,
Great
what up,
paws.
Rube?
Been
What's-
napping all day.
Yeah,
Right?
Been thinking about it for an hour.
Everyone agrees they smell good.
Of
That
course,
was not
that's the point,
though.
'cause we
no, but
love
that was not my
dogs.
point. That was
I
never
know-
my point.
I know it wasn't your point, but it was what you were trying to say. Like,
No, but it wasn't. That was the point.
right.
Good times.
Now we got to know how ZD's possible.
I'm sure they're great.
We should just do a pod with all our dogs. We'll
I
bring 'em all
guarantee
here,
you
and
we
then
would
we'll be
like
all
the
right.
smell, but like,
Do you think your
'cause-
wife smells good?
Yeah, I love the smell of my wife.
Do you think James's wife smells good?
Probably not because I don't love her. Like I'm
Of
sure
course
she
you
is
did.
clean, but like I'm saying,
I think you're going too far. I think you can smell stuff you don't love and be like, that smells good.
yes,
Like, what are you
I'm not
talking
saying I
about?
would smell either your wives and be like, this is gross. I just mean I would
It's
not.
because you love her that she smells good. But
Well, I'm
that's not
saying-
true at all.
So I firmly disagree with that. I think that when you love somebody, they smell better. I don't think that's even a question.
I don't.
I
think
did-
I think it'd be kind of cool to smell
think
someone you
it's a
don't
bit of a
like.
question,
And
yeah.
like, what if they smell good?
yeah, I think
I think
actually.
someone can
I
smell.
think other people smell better than Emily. That's like Emily doesn't really wear perfume or anything. Like,
neither
it's
does
only-
Kristen, but I'm saying like I would imagine.
I love Emily's
Like-
smell because I love her.
but
But
I'd
I don't
imagine
think,
like when you hold Zoe and smell her, there's like it is
not
amplified
really. I
by
don't
the.
really smell people. I'm not a big like.
Yeah, you're not an emotional.
Just
Get
dogs.
a whiff of you.
Yeah, just dogs.
Yes.
Yeah.
But a dog is
Just
unavoidable.
pause.
Dogs, it wafts
Yeah, yeah.
up to you. It's like you can't avoid it.
I'm gonna see James walking
Like, I
around the
can't believe
corner,
you
just
just-
like going up to a dog, like you
This
friendly.
is definitely one of those things where people who have dogs always being like, yeah, of course. And you're like, but
Where
everyone
those
listening is like,
paws?
yeah, of course they smell good. You know?
I just
Is that how that dog bit you?
No, if
exactly. He was,
only. If
he, was,
only.
he was trying to get to the paws.
Would have been a lot. It
The
would have been a
dog was
lot
like,
better. It
You're,
would've
you're
been a
not my owner.
I wish I could have smelled his paws. He was too busy.
I'm
slapping
sure
on
you
my
do.
face. Yeah. I think you think it like I think
you're
this-
like in an hour. These are going to
I
be
think this is a lack
phenomenal.
of have you ever hung out with another dog besides your own?
Not really.
That there we go.
Yeah, and again,
I think we
I
got to the
agree.
end of this. You've only hung out with your dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
I just
Okay.
the idea of you smelling all the paws is so
Well,
funny.
that's
to
what my
me, and I
point is.
love
It's not
it.
like you go out and smell it. Like it wafts up to you. It's like unavoidable. It's like such a distinct smell.
Okay.
You just haven't been around enough dogs. They all
Agreed.
smell that
I also
way.
think the thing
And
of the
puppies,
waft,
it's
the
even
wafting
more.
is very funny.
Well,
too.
not like I'm sitting there like wafting it
James
up.
walks in,
It just comes to me.
the dogs.
It's
in the
not on
kitchen,
purpose.
isn't
It just
Yeah.
comes my way. And it smells good, whether it's my dog or not. There you go.
I love it.
Science.
I love that you love dog smell.
This is not all right.
A couple's like James is
You missed
coming
my whole
over. We
point.
should put the dog.
We could have ended this
upstairs.
immediately when Tucker just said it's yeast and bacteria. I got my
know.
answer. That was the whole thing I was trying to wonder.
Agreed.
You had to make it into a loving dog.
This is right up there with the ship.
no,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
this is you
right up
taking it
there
going
in
the
terms
wrong
of
way with
final
it.
thoughts.
Yeah.
This is
But
right
it's
up
your
there.
fault, not mine.
What do
Tucker
you- what do you-
understood my
what
point
do you have
immediately.
written down? Don't edit it.
I didn't. What I said. Why do dogs' paws smell so good? But the point.
Yes, that's what I'm
But
saying.
again, you took it as a emotional thing
We
when I'm
should-
asking a scientific
we
question.
should honestly.
I should. So what I should here. You know what? I'm even
We
going to edit it. Here we go.
Well,
Why
now-
do dogs' paws smell? That's the question I was asking. That's really all I was trying to
we
get
have
to.
to name the pod. Why
Smell
do dogs' paws smell so good?
Different. Why do dogs'
So
paws
that's a
smell
more
different?
accurate thing of what you were
But I
trying
didn't
to
think you would
ask.
take the good part and just run with
That's
it
a-
instead of I want.
That's a
Tucker
clear
got it
part of the
immediately.
smell.
Tucker said bacteria and yeast, and I had my answer. And then
Yeah.
you had to go on about good forever.
But the question is, why do you like
Like
the
sour.
smell?
No, that was not my question. That's
well,
what
it
you
was
took
the
my
original
question.
to be
My
clear.
question originally was
You
yes,
changed
you're-
the question. I'm just saying that's why I had the original thought.
yes,
I did.
but then
Yeah.
immediately I said that's not what I mean, and then
Agreed.
you just went off with it. Like,
Yes.
thank you, Tucker.
Yeah.
Bacteria and yeast.
Yeah. I saw a dog in the lobby, by the way. I don't know if he's up here for Radiothon, but if he is, we should go over and ask to smell the paws.
Dogs' paws smell good. We should.
I agree.
Dogs' paws are great.
But I think you
You should smell a second dog's paws instead of your own and
Yeah.
actually get a feel for
whatever
this.
you're into. I'm good with. Love is love. We support science.
So you're making this into something creepy, and it's not. It's dogs. All right. It's
we know it's dogs.
very inappropriate of you. You had to take this into some disgusting way.
It's not
I'm
disgusting.
trying to
I
get to-
support it.
I'm trying to do science here,
You are.
and you're going that way. Tucker,
Ugh.
thank you. Bacteria and yeast is all I needed. Until then, he's telling him, Jake.
Oh my God.